So hello guys, so this video is education video. Don't really talk about education much, and just because it was a sore point before, but this is the start of Truth Month and I really wanted to do it for you lot, and I've seen so many videos of this, so I'm going to just get ahead and start off. I'm not going to say any schools for obviously reasons. I don't go to school anymore, but yeah. So I started off secondary school in this sports school that I used to go to, and I started in year 7 in 2009, and I loved it. For the first year it was amazing, and I had so many friends and I loved everything about it. It was just a generally really good environment, a really good school, and I just loved it. I had no problems. And I was kind of one of these teacher pets type things. I was always good, never misbehaved. I was basically stuck up the teacher's arse, to be honest. And I think that's kind of where things kind of snapped tightly. But I started school fine. I went through the whole of year 7 absolutely perfect. And I reached year 8 and things started to change a little. So this was in 2010. I reached year 8 and everything changed. I mean, everything. I moved classes. I didn't have any of my friends. Well, I did, but not a lot of them. And I just completely went off the rails. I started to be naughty. Although for like half of it, I was all right. But then I started skipping lessons and just generally misbehaved and out of control. And I wouldn't say I was out of control. I think I was misbehaved. But the only lesson I would really stick down in was French, because I loved it and it was the best lesson of all. And then I reached into year 9 and things really did change, because at the start of year 9 I was in a French class and a fight broke out and I was kicked out of class. I slammed the door in my teacher's face and I shouted in another teacher's face, and that's when my teacher said, no more, you're not coming to French anymore, you're booted out of class. So I was like, oh, okay then, well that was my favourite lesson, so that's out of the plan. So I was like, do you know what, fuck it, excuse my language there. I was like, I'm not going to be bothered anymore, school can go fuck itself. And I started going to the hub, and they were where my lessons were, and isolation and detentions and suspensions. I had 8 suspensions in year 8, year 9, and it reached the end and I was like, yes, I'm done, I'm out. And over the summer holidays I thought to myself, you know what, I'm really going to try and get on in year 10. But I'd lost all my friends and I had nobody, so I didn't know what to do anymore. There was nobody I could turn to, nobody I could talk to, and that was at the end of year 9. But in year 10 I thought, fuck it, do you know, I can't be bothered. I was gonna try and I just couldn't be bothered. I went back and I met my tutor one time, and then I was put in isolation every other day, and I had an attitude of, I cannot be fucking arsed anymore. I hate this school. I hate my life at this school. I just hate everything about it. And I was in isolation one day and they had the lights on and I turned them off. And I refused to take my coat off because it was bloody freezing and they wouldn't put the heating on. It was like, but it wasn't like winter or anything, it was only in September, but it was still very cold and it was raining and it was really cold and they wouldn't put the heating on. So I was like, I'm not taking my coat off then. And that was the day that I last got any lessons in Neverhall, because that was the last day I was there. I got suspended and I had a meeting and they refused to take me back. I'd been suspended now 11 times and they refused to take me back. So I just got kicked out. I finished, was done, dusted. There was nothing more I could do to change their minds. I was gone and I was happy with it as well. And then I started the camp. Then I started my next school and I I loved it. Well, at the beginning I didn't. I had a hate relationship to it. I hated it and I hated everything to do with it, and it was boring. If you want to watch the rest of this, about what happened, then I will do a next video and it will come to this now. So this video is now 5 minutes long and I don't want it to get any longer. So this will be part 2 next. And I hope you like this part. So I'll see you next time. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye! So this is part 2 of education. Just gonna start off where I finished. So I started my new school and I hated it, really. I liked it and I hated it. So basically when I first started, I was really withdrawn. I didn't do anything. My first day, I actually remember very clear. I'd gone in and it was a Monday. They started me a fresh week and I loved the teachers there. My head teacher, her name was Linda. She was so nice. She was so sweet, and I go and see them all the time now. So I always go back and see them and say hello to them because they were the best teachers I had. And I'd gone in and I had my first day and I hated it. And I just didn't talk to anybody. Literally, I didn't talk to nobody. The second day was the same. It stayed like that for the first week. But then this teacher, his name was Alan, and he come in and he started talking to me, and he actually talked directly to me, and I just felt instantly very comfortable, and I started talking to him, and ever since then I haven't really shut my mouth up there. A few problems with the teachers in general was that I'd fight with them, but within a few weeks I'd make up with them, and then we all were like a family. There wasn't a lot of people at this school. There was only like, I think, wait a sec, there was maybe like 15, 16 people. There may have been more, like 20, but there wasn't near as much as my old school, and I completely, absolutely fell in love with it. I loved being there. I finished the first year and I went on to the second one, and I loved it even more. It was the best school in the world. And when it was coming to time when I left, we went to Great Yarmouth for a trip, which took forever to get there because we live quite far away from Great Yarmouth. And I felt so sad. I left there and it just felt so sad that I left. I miss it all the time. I wanted to stay there and I couldn't, but I'd love to have stayed there. And I always go back and see them all. And I don't know, I just miss it so much. Then I went into college. So this is just this year gone now. And I started college. I was actually so nervous, so nervous. And I started my first day at college and I met everyone. I said hello to everyone. And ever since then, I've been so close to everyone in my class. I loved everyone in my class. There was not one person I didn't get along with. Everyone I got along with. And I felt so safe with them. I felt like I could tell them anything. They were all my friends. I felt so welcome after such a bad experience with my last schools. I felt so welcome there. And I've just finished my first year. And I'm extremely happy. I have gained friends for life, hopefully. Both at college and at my last school, I've gained friends for life, and I've also gained a new family at my old school. I'm extremely happy, and I always go back and see them, and I love them all 100%. I just wish I could be there still, but I'm going to be 18 soon, so it's not possible. But yeah, that was my education. So my education turned out pretty good in the end. I was very happy with it. I have grown up a lot since my first school, and I'm very happy that they decided to kick me out and decided to send me to another school. My other school, the best teachers I've had, they helped me so much, and I've grown up since starting there. I've matured so much, and I'm very happy with it. and I couldn't thank my old school enough. I always talk about them to everybody, and everybody presumes that they're a terrible school. Even I did, but they're amazing. And I would not ever change them for the world. They're like my extended family. So that was my education video. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay safe. Stay safe. Keep cool, and I'll see you next time. Bye.